Talk. Talk is the leader of the Metal Maniacs, and in this video I will explore what it means to be a leader and why Talk is the best leader. Right from the get-go, we see that Talk arrives in the Accelodrome to protect his friends who he sees as brothers. Brothers that when hurt by someone or something wants to get revenge on that entity that hurt his brothers. His brothers who he has an unbreakable bond with. Usually when we think of family, we think of Dominic Toretto, and Talk is left unseen by the world. Talk always does the right thing, whether if it's in small decisions or big decisions, in every single situation there is. In every interaction with Nolo tries to escalate the situation with Talk to justify getting revenge on him, while Talk tries to de-escalate the situation every single time. This is seen at the start of Ignition. Instead of retaliating and bumping his car against Synchro, he attempts to deflect Nolo off his car. In the interactions at the garage before the Metro Realm, Talk, rather than fighting Nolo, again de-escalates the situation with a calm tone. Talk doesn't get pushed around, and yet he sets clear boundaries for Nolo not to cross. He does the right thing by not fighting him, despite feeling the want to. Again, we see in the Metro Realm, rather than bashing or directly hitting Synchro, he skill checks him, and later saves Nolo, despite him causing a lot of trouble in Talk's life. Hell, he even checks up on him when he crashed, because he cares about other human beings. He also trusts his rivals, like Karma, because Karma also wants to save Nolo, both behaving virtuously, giving the Accelercharger back to Talk, because Talk did the right thing before her and trusted her at first. Because Talk always does the right thing in which leaders always should. The whole theme with Nolo and Talk is Talk doing the right thing to those who do the wrong thing, in which Talk does the right thing every single time. This can also be seen with Maki. Instead of pushing Wild off the cliff to save his leadership spot, he loses his leadership spot to save Maki. Because in the end Maki's just like him, human, and that's what leaders do. They realize empathize with others, which can also be seen with that first interaction with Maki. Maki, in which he had nowhere else to go, Talk accepts him, not because of his racing skills, but because he had nowhere else to go. Leaders feel the emotions of others and take steps to take that into account when making their decisions. Leadership obviously means a lot to Talk, which is why he raced that race in the first place, but doing the right thing is always more important than what he feels. He sacrifices what he wants because it's the right thing to do. And after Maki wins, his ego goes through the roof like Vert, but the rest of the Metal Maniacs don't accept it, because Maki, although he has the authority of a leader, is not a leader. He tries to get Talk not to race out of spite, out of his emotions, rather than letting him race because that's the right thing to do, and because he was the selected driver. Which also stems from Geek questioning what it means to be a leader to Taro, who's the first of the Metal Maniacs to resist Maki and realize what it means to be one. Maybe if Talk hadn't been so selfless, saving everyone's lives and de-escalating every situation, the Metal Maniacs may have in fact accepted Maki's leadership. And so when we hit the Junkyard Realm, we also see another characteristic of a leader. Clear decision-making, thinking, and direction in the heat of a moment. When Maki freezes up and asks for guidance, Talk is there to make those hard decisions. Hard emotional decisions, and where he also decides to save Maki despite Maki trying to take that leadership position from him and steal his opportunities at driving. Because he does the right thing, which is also why all the other Metal Maniacs follow his lead, because he has all the qualities and characteristics of a leader, which is why they follow him in the first place. And during the Cosmic Realm, Nolo and Talk finally make amends. Nolo matures and realizes how he was wrong, all in part of Talk's leadership and doing the right thing. Talk has indirectly affected everyone around him, indirectly developed their characters. If Talk hadn't acted like a true leader, then maybe Nolo may have never matured in his own leadership, maybe Nolo may have even died. Maybe the rest of the Metal Maniacs may have died through blindly following Maki's leadership, but it's because of Talk most people are still alive. Coincidentally, we also see that Taro starts to do the right thing after Talk has, by saving Maki in the Pipeline Realm and not taking his revenge on Karma despite wanting to do so. Throughout all of this, Talk's leadership could stem from that survivor's guilt that we talked about before. And talking about that empathy theme, we see that Talk does all of this de-escalation because he can sympathize with Nolo's position, in which he does all this. But throughout the series, he's always acted like that. So although it is a good reason for Talk to act selfless, it's because Talk is always what he has always been, a good person. If we take a look at the Metal Maniacs in comparison to Torque, where Porkchop is stronger, Monkey is smarter, Marky and Taro are both better drivers, it's Torque's leadership that shows him that you don't need all those special skills to do the right thing, and those individual qualities don't make a leader, rather they're characteristics of your heart and mindset. And what does Torque's car say about him? Well, it says that he is a steady leader, he is consistent, and that is Torque's leadership.